Here we are, fighting Dice Man. We essentially know, by the way, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Cuphead. We essentially know what we have to do now. I haven't practiced any off camera. The last attempt was the last attempt you saw, where we very nearly beat him. All we need to do, the rolls I actually think are irrelevant. They're like literally not, but we can make them functionally irrelevant by way of our play on these bosses. By using our super meter at the correct time, which like would have been there if we had it, we're essentially able to beat this boss. Again, I feel like if we enter with 2 HP, we can beat Dice Man. The two ideal ways to make it through the rest of the board: picking up as much HP as possible, fighting as few bosses as possible. So a 1 followed by a 3 is ideal here. That was a 2. A 2 followed by a 2 is okay, as long as we don't take damage right here. Alright, so it's Domino Boss. I'm going to try to use the charge shot a little bit more. I think the charge shot DPS might make up for the fact that it's a little bit less likely to hit in most situations. The parry didn't really need to happen there. We gotta be like 5 hits away at most. Or 2. 2 is also fine. Still got 3 HP, roughly a third of the way through the board. I don't think there's any reason we should have spent an hour on this boss. I'm a little embarrassed about that, but life goes on. I will accept a 2 or a 3. You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, right? Either way, I've stopped looking at this as a bad roll, because we fought all these bosses. We know what we have to do. This is actually a doubly bad roll, because I was not intending to do that. I was just about to say, because it requires us to use our super in order to save that attack. I just forgot what button is dash and what button was dodge. So not my finest moment. We're building a little super back. Bring him to the chorus. Dirty bunny. I see your shackles, baby. I'm your slave. Either way, I'm stopped looking at these as wasted rolls. If we beat the boss without getting hit, then we've cleared a space on the board that we can't possibly hit again. I will accept a 1 or a 2. It's actually comical. I wonder if they've programmed it, and maybe not, but I wonder if they've programmed it to give you the suboptimal roll. Oh! Jesus. She's never started with this attack for me before. I wonder if they've programmed it to give you the suboptimal roll immediately, so you can't just cheese it in a situation in which you got 2 out of 3 that are actually good for you. That would be shrewd. I'm using charge shot on every enemy, by the way, because at this point, we've mastered the patterns enough, because we've seen them infinity times, that we don't really lose anything by using charge shot over and over. And we're actually pretty close. We don't have to fight another boss. I'll accept a 2 or a 3. I'll accept a 2. This would be really good. Oh, that was it. Oh, okay, it still counts. If you overshoot it, it still counts. So I'm gonna start with using a little invincibility, basically just so we can start rebuilding super and get as much damage output as possible. That's the moneymaker. No problem. This guy's done. And, like, actually this time. Told you. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Okay, so we have finally finished. That's because I got a casino night achievement. That's because I finally finished this boss. We probably should have just extended the last video by 4 minutes. But how was I to know? It could have taken us 10 tries. Get out of here with an A-. I think we are now on the final boss fight. Dice Man, 10 out of 10 hardest boss in the game so far. Let's hope that holds true forever. So I think early on here... Well, look how far you've come. Not only did you bust up my good-for-nothing lackey, King Dice, but I see you've got my soul contracts as agreed. Hand them over and join my team. No. Welching on me just like all the others, eh? I'll teach you for backing out of a deal. Have at you. We're going to open this fight with homing shots. That way I can take a little bit more time to learn his patterns without focusing on doing damage just yet. Also, this match will get red hot. Oh, okay, we can duck under that move. Laser beams. Not a huge fan of bouncing attacks. Ooh, they're not only bouncing, they take a little curveball from time to time. It is not the last time I'm going to get hit by those. I don't know about that one. Gonna do some more research. Duck under that one. Okay, we can charge a little. Oh, and immediately got hit by the fires. Almost made it through phase 1. Honestly, that doesn't seem that bad. Except for the one attack that we have no idea how to dodge. You know what? It would be better to parry right off the bat on that one, I think. It's so hard to parry when something's coming down. It's harder, I should say. You know what? Why don't we stand here? Okay, so this time we gotta ride the dragon. You can see his stripes, but you know they're clean. What on earth are you supposed to do there? You kill the enemies on the bottom and then stand in his divots. I see. Kind of like that. There was an enemy hiding in the pillar over there. Not a great start. Not a great start. I think we're slowly starting to figure it out, though. If you only have to shoot him once on the ground, we should do so. Okay, we're not shooting fully charged shots. What? He's a spider now? Please stop that. That was bad. I tried to reverse direction without standing up. It did not work. Historically, probably our weakest attack. Made it to phase 2. He's an angry skeleton that wants us to follow him into his skeleton hole. Stay calm. Okay, this is the difficult one. What do you do? I gotta think. There's no platforms you can jump on. Maybe you shoot him in the head before he makes it, or maybe you do actually try to ride the lightning. And then just duck under his retraction on the way back. Okay, I'm gonna tell you straight up. This is like, charge shot might be fine, but there's a value for spread here as well. Because we're not making very good progress. Unfortunately. Please be done. He's done. Okay. Skeleton time. Go through the skeleton hole. It's eyeball time. Shoots out bombs. Pink bomb seems like the ideal situation. Smart move. Yep, that's fair. That's actually fair. I'm gonna exit the map quickly. We almost made it through phase 2. Thinking we might have a shot there. Especially if we can save a super. So I think homing shots, you don't need to exist here. I'm gonna try a spread shot. Just gives us a little bit more control. No. Just gives us a little bit more control against the dragon phase, because we can, like, shoot under it more easily. Don't make me laugh. Yeah, like, this seems better to me. Because with charge shot, we're, like, interrupting a charge to hit the enemies that run at us. Obviously, that's not the case with spread shot, which already fires rapidly. This is where I get a little afraid. No, we got the pattern. I mean, our strategy up until this point has basically been like, hope that he doesn't do that attack. That's not reliable. We can dodge that dragon attack. We just need a little bit more practice. Is spider always just before skeleton? Or is that just coincidental? We're gonna find out. One thing's for sure. Charge shot, you might want to roll charge shot in the very, very early game. Because the damage output is better. See that? We almost had it. And the optimization strat, it's starting to come to fruition. Anytime we gotta move more frequently, probably want to stick with a little bit less charge, a little bit more spread. This time, we are going to die. We're not gonna beat the devil on this one. Might as well just accept that one right now. We can always learn. We can learn a little bit more, and it's just like life, dude. Just like life. Might not always get the A+ in Econ 100 on your first attempt. But you know what? You get held back enough times in the 3rd grade, any one of us can make the honor roll. Fair enough, fair enough. It's all right. We made progress. We learned something. Supposedly roughly halfway through the fight. I believe. That one just makes me mad. The dragon/snake attack is the worst. But I think we can surmount it. As long as we believe we have the power, we have the power. Look at that. Look at that. What did I tell you? First time. As in there's a first time for everything, not we did it on our first try. Because that would clearly just be false. This is now not a nice attack. Do me a favor and get those fires off the screen. Wonderful. Dude, pretty much textbook first phase. Look at that. I told you, dude, you just gotta learn a little bit. All right, so we got phase 1. We got good chances on phase 1. Shouldn't have stood there. In hindsight, that's very apparent. If that thing's close to you, I imagine you have to parry it. Otherwise, you're going to take damage. Castlevania! Fair, fair. He got us. But we almost made it through phase 2 there. Of 4. But you can see it. I know you can see it, because I can see it as well. We got the win. Far from a guarantee. Ooh, that was about a second away from disaster. And And by a second, I mean like actually a millisecond. Look at that. We become the maestro. Don't like this one, though. I'm just gonna be honest with you, that was parry spam. Please? Okay, well, excuse me, sir. I'm a little upset because you didn't really give me much choice. There were not that many places to dodge on that one. That hurts. Save the invincibility. You know you're gonna need it. Perfect timing. Thing fell right on top of me. Phase 3? Hello. Hello. Oh, God. We were doing it. We're doing it. I know most of my commentary lately has been like guttural grunts and stuff like that, but this is, I mean, the moment of most extreme focus where it's at its highest degree of required concentration, right? So, cut me a little slack in that department, please. Okay, this is the hard one. It's actually not that hard once you memorize the pattern, but I mean, you could say that about just about anything in these kind of games. We still want to use charge shot as much as possible, but you know, sometimes the mental energy of, oh, should we not use it here? It's not worth the squeeze, you know? Just to fit in one extra shot. Here we got a little bit of free time, so it's easy mode. Just gotta watch out for Skelemen. I think we got it. Probably done. Probably you're a skeleton. Let's go. Alright. Now, charge shot got through the second phase real quick. I think we got the general gist of it. We stand over here. If the chip falls on us, you know the expression, let the chips fall where they may? We want to follow that. But if they fall over here, get the heck out of town. And now we give up on charge shot. That hurts me. We go for full spread. Try not to fall in the gaps whenever possible. What happens when you do that? He cries. He cries because he knows we've defeated him. He gives us a chance to build super as well. Dude, that's the final phase. We're actually about to beat the game. We can do that. This is actually so much more plausible to beat quickly than that stupid dice, man. Okay, that was dumb. So all we need to do is stand on the platform, shoot, and then we parry the tears whenever something falls on us. Oh, is that it? That's the only thing we gotta do? Okay, that was not smart. But you know what? Let's take our punishment. This is the money maker. You get this attack, you're in like Flynn, dude. Oh, I tried to predict the charge. There we go. What would be for the best would actually be a memory of the time when we... No, but what would be for the best is if we don't use invincibility here. We got lucky, by the way. We never had to deal with that attack last time. We really shouldn't overthink it. But It's looking pretty good. He starts to cry. We switch to spread. Again, here, if we could not use invincibility, it'd be real sweet. We should have used it there. Oh, can you kill the, Can you kill the chips as they come in? I wonder if we could just jump around it. We could, but we'd probably have to parry. I mean, did we just beat the game? We may have just beaten the game. Much easier than expected. Please tell me I played it on regular. Oh, thank God. I was so worried that we'd just done the simple version. The brothers had triumphed over the demon, forcing him to finally give up. We shall accept your surrender, devil, Cuphead laughed, but we're not done just yet. Uh-oh. And with that, Cuphead and Mugman destroyed all the soul contracts, releasing Inkwell Isle's residents from eternal servitude to the devil. Gosh, I can't wait to tell everybody, Cuphead said. The boys set off for home at top speed. Come on, last one, there's a leaky cup, Mugman teased as they ran. Once home, the brothers gathered everyone together. You're all free of the devil's debt, Cuphead announced, and that fiend won't bother us ever again, Mugman added. The Elder Kettle was literally brimming with pride as everyone began to cheer. Let's hear it for Cuphead and Mugman. Hip hip hurrah, hip hip hurrah. As an all-day celebration began, the brothers promised to never wander into trouble again, and they didn't, until the next time, of course, but that's another story. The end. Dude, I had a lot of fun with Cuphead. Am I going to become the next speedrunner of this game? You could probably judge for yourself that the answer is no, but I had a good time regardless. Our sincere appreciation to the members of our team whose loyalty and creative endeavor made possible this production. Great work, Chad and Jared. The animators, background artists, inking, post-production, anybody involved in art on this game, give yourself two rounds of applause and 2 pats on the back. Everybody else, you get 1.5. That's 50% more than I would usually recommend, so you know, you're still coming out like a bandit there. I was a little skeptical that Cuphead would be able to match the hype, but I think it actually beat the hype from my expectations. Is it for everybody? No, but I think if you're from a certain era, you'd be a fan of this, as I am at least. Made with Unity. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. We should probably be listening to the actual lyrics, but thanks for watching the Cuphead series. Will we return at some point, perhaps? But for now, I'm just happy to put a pin in this and say that we were able to defeat it. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.